quick fix on the angle grinder. The push button that holds up the pin that you lock it with when you change the disc, the button had broken and the spring was gone, so the pin wanted to slide down, and you could buy a replacement for very little money. It was a little tricky pushing the new button in place. Had to use a nut to be able to hold the pin in to push the button in place, but quick easy fix rather than buying a new angle grinder. Back to the subject of the video, I had purchased a power supply to be able to run the computers from the machines indoors. It's the 24 volts. I might have said wrong in the previous video that it was 3.75 watts, but it's 3.75 amps and 90 watts. 60 should have been enough, but it wasn't much more expensive to go up to the 90 watts, and that should be plenty. Cut away the original connector because I will need to do a little bit of special here. I added a fuse holder so I can have a fuse. I will start with a 2 amp fuse, and that should be enough, and go up to a 3 amp fuse if required. So the positive was then after the fuse split into two different ones. One is going through a switch that I just added to the lid of this ice cream. Well, it's a mixture, different lid compared to the box itself, but same size. So gingerbread ice cream or ginger cookie ice cream, quite odd, and pistachio at the bottom, but had a little tricky. It's an Amphenol Series A connector. Had to play around a little with the different pieces to figure out exactly how it goes together, and it came with a little bit of heat shrink or something, I think, but I chose to individually heat shrink the wires being soldered onto the connector. So very clever connector, but took a little while to figure out. But then, since I had measured up what where ground and power should be and which one should be switched power, it was just a matter of soldering them into place once we were certain how the connector goes together. Nothing too tricky. And then shrink wrapping or heat shrinking them, buttoning up the last things on the connector. It's kind of a click in place thing at first, and then it's a pull safety. You clamp the cables in place, and you can slide the rest of it up. This silver thing spins, so you can kind of tighten it onto the back of the computer, and the black plastic here is screwed into position on the inner part. So it wasn't too hard, and did a test run, so it will be nice to be able to play with the computer if looking at adjusting the price list, and I might do a little something special of my own there. We'll see. I might have questions if anyone on here is very good with price lists on these MAXI computers, but that will be in a future video.